to this edition of the webinar series brought to you by the Hey Medics Academy. Tonight is the day 2 of the series. Of course, the theme is medicine and more, exploring the path to success. So tonight we'll be having amongst us one of the speakers. Actually, it should have been 2 speakers tonight, but due to some certain issues, one of the speakers is unavoidably absent and will join us on another day. Okay, so one of the other speaker would go ahead and have a speech. As a way of introduction, Okikiola Saka is the speaker present tonight and is a 4th-year medical student with future plans to pursue a career in the cardiothoracic surgery. And beyond academics, he has demonstrated exceptional leadership and entrepreneurial prowess. He's the founder of the CaféX online services, and within his academic community, he also serves as the class representative and the 41st General Secretary of the prestigious Ilorin University Medical Students Association. These leadership roles have empowered him to offer genuine service, foster collaboration, and promote exemplary student representation. Okikiola has also proactively sought personal development opportunities as he participated in the esteemed Afara's initiatives at the Bridge program, which is an intensive 2-week residential boot camp that is mainly focused on entrepreneurship and leadership development, followed by a long life or lifelong fellowship in the program. This enriching experience has refined his strategic thinking, problem solving, and teamwork skills. We are privileged and glad to have you amongst us tonight, Okikiola Saka, and you'll be delivering the topic Beyond the Classroom, Navigating Medical School with Purpose. Okikiola Saka, you are welcome. You can have the floor.
All right, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. I'm trying to project my screen because I made a presentation.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Good evening. We can see the screen. Yes.
Can see it.
Can see the screen.
All right. Good. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Once again, I am Saka Okikiola, a foreign level medical student and a member of the 2024 to 2027 clinical set. Tonight, I'll be speaking on beyond the classroom, navigating medical school with purpose. The picture on this front page is from my Freshers Week event. That was the orientation / ceremony we did when we were in 2011 as freshers into the college. I'll come back to speak on the picture at the end of the presentation. The outline for this webinar is introduction, setting goals and priorities, leadership and extracurricular engagement, entrepreneurship via CaféX Services, personal development and networking, and maintaining wellness and balance, and then conclusion. As a way of introduction, like I said earlier, I'm a fourth-year medical student. I'm also a class representative of my class, the general secretary of the Ilorin University Medical Students Association, that is ILUMSA. The objective for today's webinar is for me to share insights on navigating medical school, balancing academics and extracurricular activities, and most importantly, finding purpose as we all go through the medical school journey. For setting goals and priorities, it is extremely important that we will set goals and know exactly what we want to do in the medical school. And for goal setting, the most important thing is that your goal that you have in mind has to follow the SMART acronym. That to be specific. You must clearly define what goal you want and identify exactly what you want to achieve. And it must be measurable. You should be able to track the progress of your goal and then quantify that, okay, this is the goal I want, what amount, how much do I want to achieve, and you'll be able to track the progress of your goal. And it has to be attainable. Attainable in the sense that, okay, it is realistic, that you should consider that, okay, these are my limitations, these are the resources I have on ground, and ensure that it is within what you can achieve. It is realistic, really. And then it has to be relevant. Does the goal you have in mind, is it relevant to your values and needs? Is it worth your time and effort? Is it relevant to your career aspirations, what you want for yourself in the future? And of course, it has to be time bound. Okay, when exactly do you want to achieve this goal? At what point in your medical school career? Okay, let's say someone wants to become student union president now. What point do you want to run for student union president? If you want to become ILUMSA president, if you want to start a business, if you want to start an NGO, want to do anything at all, at what point in time do you want to achieve this? You need to create a time for it, a time frame. Okay, by this social time, this is what I should have achieved towards the set goal I have in mind. And so all of these things come together to form the goal. And for every goal you have in mind, you must have a plan that, okay, this is how I want to achieve it, and of course a time schedule of when you would want to achieve it. The truth is that we all want to pass exams, we all want to probably have money, we all want to achieve this or that, we all have some certain goals in mind. But really, what differentiates us, according to the book Atomic Habits, is really the systems we have in place to achieve the set goals. Okay, everyone wants to have a distinction in medical school. Distinction is nice now. Who doesn't want it? But then, what are the systems in place that you put in place, or what is the plan that you've put in place to achieve that set goal? that's really what differentiates everyone from like one another. Like, oh, this person has like, okay, these are I want to read, these are things I'll read. I'll read lecturer material, I'll read also textbook, I'll ensure I read all my materials like 4 times before exam, do space repetition. It's different from someone who would just like go into the exam, probably just read the materials once. I mean, the systems they put in place before the exam is different. So the goal at the end of the day, or what they will achieve, the result they will achieve at the end of the day will be different, because of course they have the same goal, from the start, but to be a different thing entirely. And it is important to also like prioritize exactly what goal you want to achieve, what exactly you want to achieve from the medical school, because really it is kind of like impossible to do everything. Yeah, you can be good academically, do some of the extracurriculars and all that, but you really can't do everything. Even extracurricular, you can't do everything. What extracurricular I want to do? Like for me, example now, I'm more into like leadership, like CaféX Services, business and all that. I do not play any sports at all. There are so many other things I do not. I do not like go for so many outreaches. The only outreach I attend is this health week outreach. So I do not do everything. I like prioritize exactly what do I want to do so as to manage time effectively, because really you don't have so much time in medical school and you can't afford to do everything, and that's good really. So you have to be realistic with the goals you are setting. So speaking on leadership and extracurricular engagement, for every leader, it is important every leader have these attributes like integrity, vision, positive attitude, a sense of humor. Every leader has to be a communicator. Of course, you must be able to like inspire your followers with your vision. Like, okay, share your vision with everyone and inspire them into action. For me, I believe that, okay, what are the benefits of leadership roles? For me, I believe that leadership roles really afford the opportunity to like develop leadership and management skills. Leadership positions now help you develop essential skills like, okay, communication, teamwork, and collaboration, working hand in hand with like others. I think you get to like communicate more, work hand in hand with other people to achieve a sales goal. And of course, it helps your resume, that's your CV. It also positions you for career opportunities. Yesterday, I was on this same call where the best graduating student of the 2022 medical class said that, of course, she would have wanted to do more of extracurriculars and not just everything about book, and all of that. Of course, it is fine to do just book. But at the end of the day, all of these extracurricular engagements too are necessary. They aren't things to just completely like shove off. You need them as well to complement all what you are doing. And to, of course, position yourself for career opportunities. An example I would like to just cite is that, okay, we might not know him now, but because he has graduated since 2021, that was the only medical student that became student union president. And the only reason why, or let me not say the only reason, the major reason why he was able to like get into Hopkins, of course, in addition to all of his leadership experience and all of that, he had the vice chancellor's recommendation for the application he made into the Hopkins MBA and PhD program. Of course, if he wasn't student union president, there's no way the vice chancellor would have been able to like talk about the things he contributed positively to the school, and recommend him highly to the admission committee of Johns Hopkins University. So it is because, of course, he served as SU president, and then he had the direct relationship with the vice chancellor, the then vice chancellor, when he was in office. So that afforded him the opportunity Of course, another benefit of leadership role, of course, is your personal growth and self-awareness. Because for me now, I see ILUMSA as a training ground. When I came into ILUMSA, I didn't exactly know so much. But of course, our past leaders, people like President Colosos, President Alabi Princess, of course, okay, show me the way, and that allowed me learn the ropes of the association. So of course, that helped my own personal growth as a leader, and basically I was able to develop skills like self-awareness and confidence even in my own abilities and all of that. Another thing is that when you're in leadership position, you have the ability to drive positive change. I always say that it is important that whatever position you are entering, the thing in your mind should be that, okay, I want to serve genuinely, I want to impact people's life, I want to drive positive change, and not necessarily just being in leadership position just for being there safe, or um, just to have something on CV. No, the intention behind it should be to actually serve genuinely, offer yourself up for servant leadership, and impact people's life and drive positive change. Another thing is that helps is that, okay, that's the benefit of leadership role is, of course, time management and prioritization. As a leader, you would have to learn time management and tend to prioritize on tasks, because at the end of the day, in the medical school, no one cares about whether you are a class rep or a general secretary or a president or whatever. No one cares about that. Everyone still has to pass the same exam. Everyone has to pass the same exam to go to the next class. So no one will give any undue advantage to any class rep or whatever position the person is holding. So because of that, and because you're already offering yourself to others to serve them, you would have to learn time management. You have to learn prioritization. That, okay, I can't spend too much time on Instagram or TikTok like the rest of my peers will do. I can't spend too much time on some other activities that are probably not so important for my career aspirations, like some of my other peers might have time to do. So that's just that. And of course, it gives you a sense of fulfillment and purpose, really. Now, as a leader, I'm offering myself up for service and impacting people's life. First, in my class, in ILUMSA, I feel a sense of fulfillment, oh wow, this is what we've been able to do so far in ILUMSA, even in my class. That, okay, this is what we've done, this is what we've been able to achieve, and this has really helped people. I call it an experience as only level class rep, where we decide to start compiling MCQs, like those CBT questions that, okay, after we do CBT CA exam, that's continuous assessment. Before the main exam itself, we compiled those questions and decided that, okay, because everyone goes into the CBT center and the questions that is allotted to you is kind of different from what every other person is saying. So we come back to the class page and then we will compile those questions. Of course, that helps us to prepare effectively for our exam better than without just compiling questions. Of course, that requires leadership to kickstart that. Another thing is that it's not just my class that has helped. The junior classes, the succeeding classes that comes after us to get to benefit from that. And then we continue, of course, that same habit even in the medical school, compiled questions, or even our CBT ideas and all of that. And that helped us effectively for our comprehensive exams. So all of these things, you are really impacting people's life. Another thing is that I think one thing we noticed then was that some of the lecturers don't really speak out loud or can't speak out loud. So as a class, we decided that, okay, we'll buy a public address system and that was the first time ever that a class will be buying a public address system in the university as a whole. Because of course we decided that, okay, let's do this so as enable us here, those some of these lecturers effectively, and not that it is only those in front that will be able to hear the lecturer. And of course, some of my experiences too as the GenSec of ILUMSA. Okay, we now have like a secretariat now in ILUMSA. That's Dr. Femi Balogun ILUMSA secretariat. When I got into office, I had to create a working document, ensure that the secretariat is open and accessible to everyone. Also, we hosted the secretariat hosted the first ever financial literacy webinar for all ILUM sites. So when you're in leadership positions, you have opportunity to actually like do things and impact people's life. I think some of these are like experiences I've had, and now I think that I benefit and everyone gets to benefit from leadership roles. Yeah, so entrepreneurship via CaféX Services. If you see the screen on the screen, you can see that okay, income source of rich people. From where ultra-rich people earn money. Most people earn money, like the richest of the richest people earn money, majorly business and investment. You notice that business and investment carry bulk of the percentage of where people earn money from. So the richest people in the world are businessmen and investors. That was where I took the cue from, probably. I decided to start CaféX in 2019 with the intention of helping fellow aspirants do their O-level upload on JAMB CAPS easily without leaving the comfort of their homes. So that was in 2019 as again in lab. Of course, I was in lab before I came to Ilorin. The thing is that I didn't start with the intention of like I want to make money, I want to do this, I want to do that. No, that wasn't the intention. I think first thing what I looked for was that okay, what problem can I solve? I can see that okay, this is something that people are facing, because I remember I had to upload my O-level on JAMB CAPS like up to 3 times, and you keep uploading, the stuff is not reflecting, you have to go back and go back. So I feel like other people are probably facing this frustration I'm facing as well, and probably do not want to go back to the CBT center to upload, or even because they don't have time, they have other commitments, probably they're already working out of school already and do not have time to go to the CBT center, and they are probably even willing to pay someone to do that work for them. So I saw a problem, and then I said, okay, I could solve it. And that was when I now said, like, okay, just pay me. Of course, because we're all fellow aspirants, there was that trust there already, because we're all prepared for Post-UTME together and all of that. So people trust me. The first set of people that even like paid for the business, so just like the exact money that I paid to the CBT man that they gave me. So there was that trust there. And of course, there were a lot of CBT centers around in the lab then to Yaba, where I could easily go to do the upload on behalf of everyone. Then once I was done, I would just like send the picture to them. Okay, this is done. Check on your JAMB CAPS to see that it is successfully uploaded. And that was where I started CaféX. I was like decided like of fellow aspirants of course UNILORIN then to keep uploading and uploading. Then we expanded to other services like, of course, JAMB ePIN vending, JAMB change of course as institution, and Post-UTME registration, and other services as well. Within what aspirants and first year or second year university students, services they will like naturally patronize. And there's specific season of going scholarship, so it's not like an all year round thing that we are always like making money. Because the primary intention wasn't to make money. Also, as I grow older in the medical school, I think I'm losing touch with the main market. These are like the aspirants, of course, but referrals still help though. Some of the benefits of CaféX to my medical education is development of transferable skills like problem solving and time management. Time management is extremely important for medical students. For someone who is involved in being class rep, in gen sec. But I don't really, like I keep saying, no one cares about whatever position you are occupying. Everyone does the same exam. Everyone has to pass to go to the next class. So you are forced to learn time management because you have to prioritize things and let go of things that are not exactly essential for your career aspiration and goals. So that's that. Of course, you have to learn adaptability and resilience necessary for navigating medical school. One thing I got from CaféX is that okay, you have to be adaptable. Then I could not just continue doing only O-level upload. I had to expand to other services that adapt to and expand to other services just to stay afloat and ensure the business keeps running. And of course, financial literacy, this out earn money for medical students where you probably spend so much money on buying manuals, textbooks, maybe even bone box if you're in preclinical anatomy, and then you have to pay materials, a lot of materials. So that's a lot of money. And even for your normal fitting and uptake in vehicles. So all of these things, of course, there was profit from CapEx, but because I was managing a business, I could not exactly just spend everything out of that. So that helped me with financial management, financial literacy, and all of that. But even earlier this year, we hosted a financial literacy webinar for all ILUMSA here in this college. And of course, the expansion of network towards the benefit of CaféX. I have gotten to meet a lot of aspirants, a lot of students I have connected with, and all of that. So, and lastly is understanding business aspects of healthcare as prep for possible future roles in healthcare management or medical entrepreneurship. Really, I think that doctors, what doctors need to understand is that healthcare is not just clinical medicine. And I think that we try as much as possible, even in ILUMSA, to keep a generation of students that okay, and you especially the theme of this year's Health Week is a business of healthcare. So that people get to learn that they could do so much more beyond clinical medicine, go into other areas of healthcare that people are not looking at. And really, that's where the money is. The money is not in so much. All these people selling medical devices and selling it. For me, I read and drawing on my horizon of thoughts. I believe that it is best to continue because if you are not improving, you are probably regressing. So you have to keep reading, keep getting ideas. Also take courses online in line with my goals and aspirations. Also aid my personal development. Of course, that's also a way of positioning for future aspirations in the sense of I will not talk so much on that. And then, of course, leadership roles and events afford you the opportunity to actively network with many people. If you're a leader, you have access to people. Really, you have access to a lot of people, and you can effectively network. And it's not just your peers that you have access to. You have access to even alumni, external organizations, your lecturers, and all that. I remember earlier this year, that was in April, I had the opportunity of representing the president of ILUMSA in a meeting with one of the alumni of our association, Dr. Weye, in the class of 2007 regarding the ILUMSA bus project. I went there with the chairman of the alumni relations to effectively talk about our association and seek for funds for the bus project. And thankfully, he actually keyed into our idea and donated some amount of money to the association for the bus project. So of course now I have a personal relationship now with Dr. Weye. This is something that I won't have the opportunity of doing if I wasn't in ILUMSA or the Gen Sec of ILUMSA. I won't have had the opportunity of representing the president in that meeting. that's just one of the examples of how some of these positions that we actively take up can like effectively position you for what you want to do. And also look out for mentors or people you like to emulate their career trajectory, connect with them. For me, I don't think that it is actually or it is important to even like tell anybody outright that please I want you to mentor me. It might not necessarily have that except in few instances. Like if you just like go to a LinkedIn page of anyone that you like, or you feel like, oh, I like what this person is doing with his life. I like the career trajectory that this person is going with. Let me just emulate this. Let me attend the kind of boot camps that he or she has attended. What are the courses she has taken? What are some of the online courses? What are the positions or things that this person has done when he or she was in school? How did this person even start at all? Like you don't necessarily, or you could even just walk up to the person and talk to the person about all of this. You don't necessarily have to like outrightly ask them to be your mentor, because mentor-mentee relationship is kind of like a two-way thing. Both parties have to be willing to do it, and it might not always be convenient for both people based on their time schedule and all of that. So this is like an easy way you can just like go around the whole, look out for people really like living the kind of life you want to live, and check out their career trajectory, the kind of things they did, how they got to where they are, and just try to like put that in your own life. So and then this lies on maintaining wellness and balance. I think there will be days that medical school will stress you. It is important to prioritize your sanity and self-care always. For me, I relax by watching historical series or maybe reading non-school books. I could also go out and have access to like daily 2K. I think another platform is the ILUMSA Technical Council, because it provides a form of respite for me away from the whole academic share of college. And then, of course, I enjoy the NECO debate on matters of importance. So I've been here at session on the Senate floor where everyone just keep talking. Of course, keep like debating on stuff like this is how it should be, this is how it should be. I mean, that I kind of like enjoy the whole process of how we do that on the non-certificate council. It is important you also find out early what you like doing outside reading medical school stuff, because the stuff no dey finish, and that's the truth. Even scholars at times do not finish reading everything the way they want to read it. They probably do not read it up to like 4 times the way they want to read it. So the stuff will always be there. Really, it doesn't finish. That's the truth. You can't exhaust the number of things to read or the course outline and all of that. So it's important to just try to maintain your sanity by finding what else you like doing that can at least keep your mind away from medical school once in a while. And also try to always be in control of your life. A daily to-do list helps. The truth is that for an exam now, the things within your control is that okay, you are preparing for the exam, you know the materials you want to read, you know how many times you want to read those materials, you know how well you want to prepare for the exam. Those are things within your control. Those are things you can still tweak so how well you want to do them. But things outside your control is like, okay, releasing of results now. You can't exactly control that. Like you don't know when the results will be released. If actually you don't know what result will come out for you. But the things you can control within your life, like things that you are directly in control of, always try to be in control of them. And try to have a daily to-do list. I think in the medical school, we always post like class schedule that's from the class testing. So you can always plan your life around the class schedule. Okay, if there is practical, anatomy practical, maybe from 9 to 12, and then you have lectures from 12 to 4. If it's okay, I don't necessarily want to attend the practical or stuff like that. Okay, I just want to go for any lecture. Okay, what will you be doing with your 8 to 12? So you have to like plan that and have that in mind. And of course, don't engage in too many extracurriculars at once than you can easily handle. I tell people that people think I'm doing so much, but I tell people that I'm not doing too much than I can handle. Like now, I just do like basically ILUMSA and CAPS and maybe CaféX Services. and being a medical student, that's all. Like majorly, that's all majorly. The truth is that I don't do more than what I can handle at any point in time, because remember, you are still a medical student, and at the end of the day, our guys will not care of whether you are a class rep or a president or anything. Everyone still has to do the same exams. Everyone has those exams to move to the next class. So don't do more than what you can handle. But of course, it's possible to excel in every area, even extracurriculars. Like the former president of ILUMSA is a very good example of that. Dr. Alamipin says he was the immediate past president, has graduated now. He won the Dr. Michael Olukule Presidential Leadership Award, and also graduated with a distinction in epidemiology and community health. So it's possible to do all of these things. Don't just do more than what you can handle, because you still have to pass exams. And in conclusion, goal setting and prioritization are crucial for navigating medical school successfully. What do you want to yourself in medical school? What do you want to achieve? Like, you must be able to like critically think about that from day one. And of course, because you can't do everything, you have to prioritize on, okay, this is what I think aligns best with my career goals and aspirations. Let me go for this one. Let me do this one. Let me like put all my energy in this one. That's what mean like flowing the smart agenda of like between specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. You must always have that in mind. Of course, leadership and extracurricular engagements enhance skills, networking, and personal growth. All of these positions, like leadership positions, anything, the business you are doing, in a way they're helping you. You are growing, you are learning some skills like, okay, time management, communication, financial literacy. You are learning all of those skills just from doing leadership, just by being class rep, just by starting a business, or even just by even volunteering, going for outreach, helping to organize an event. All of these things are helping you, and you're also learning all of these journeys. And of course, personal development and networking are vital for mentorship, opportunities, and lifelong learning. In the picture, this slide on personal development and networking, the picture there was from the bridge program that I attended in 2022. The bridge program it starts with a 2-week residential boot camp where you are taught everything, or taught a lot of stuff about entrepreneurship and leadership. Of course, as it is stated, the bridge program empowers people to lead and gives them liberty to innovate, and of course, you have to uphold ethics, and you must have the courage to change stuff. So this picture on this slide on personal development and networking is from the bridge program I attended in 2022. As part of the programs, I tend to effectively develop myself, because I have to keep developing to maintain my relevance. Currently, I'm attending virtually the Aspire Leaders Program. Like I said, personal development and networking are vital for mentorship, opportunities, and lifelong learning. In the bridge program now, after the 2 weeks residential fellowship, the fellows are giving a lifelong opportunity just by being on the platform. You have access to opportunities. Some of our fellows from the bridge program are now in Bank of America, and some fellows are also now into consulting and all of that. So the program kind of like opens your eyes to opportunities, and they keep doing programs, keep doing town hall meetings, and keep developing us, like telling us that this is how to go about this, how to go about it. And if you ever need opportunities, if you ever need to like go done it in the bridge program. The bridge program has a network of past fellows. Okay, there are past fellows who have probably done some of these things you want to do. That you can always reach out for mentorship and guidance on how to go about whatever new opportunity you want to engage in. And of course, maintaining wellness and balance is essential for managing stress achieving academic, personal life harmony. No matter what you do, you have to still try to be healthy, eat for and try to manage stress by doing other things you like outside of medical school or outside of reading, basically. Things that if like this is what I want to do, this is how I want to enjoy myself outside of reading. So that's also crucial for maintaining wellness and balance. Of course, your experience and skills and network are just as important as your grades. I didn't say anyone is more important than the other, because at the end of the day, we still have to pass exams. So as you are doing the whole leadership, business, all of that, remember that you still have to pass exams, medical school to go to the next class. So it's important that you keep developing yourself, keep networking, keep reaching out to people who can help you to get to where you want to get to. And of course, embrace challenges, learn from failures, and grow into resilient professionals. I only say that being an entirely smooth sail, like throughout when I've been class rep for the general secretary. Of course, the challenges will always come, and we are not afraid of the challenges because we will, of course, learn from them and adapt into a better professional and learn how to do things better. Of course, prioritize self-care. As you continue your medical school journey, try to stay curious, adaptable, and committed to your goals. So thank you so much. I will entertain questions and now.
Thank you very much, Okikiola Saka, for the beautiful and wonderful presentation. We are glad to have heard from your leadership experiences, and we really appreciate the tips and advice on on how to go about balancing entrepreneurship and the importance of networking. So now, questions from the audience and clarifications. You can type in your questions in the chat box, or if you are convenient with speaking, you can indicate by raising your hand and unmute then speak. So type in your questions in the chat box, or you can unmute and speak. Okay, we're still expecting questions. Okay, well, I myself, I actually have a question, which is what challenges, okay, concerning, let's say someone that as a medical student that is planning to have his own startup, what challenges do you think one needs to particularly know how to overcome in order to have a sustainable business line? I hope you get my question. Like the challenges for a new entrepreneur trying to establish a startup system, what particular challenges do you think one needs to be aware of so as to have a sustainable business?
Okay. Thanks so much. If I got the question correctly, it's saying that medical students plan to have their own startup. What challenges will they have to overcome? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that the first thing is that what problem is the startup looking at solving, and what innovative ways are they looking at of solving those problems. Like that's really what brings in the money. Because for most of these startups, most of these new businesses, they always have like just an innovative way of solving an existing problem. That is really just it. Or like they are trying to do something or have an innovative solution of easing the affairs of people around of their potential customer. So I think that's really like the first challenge that a startup will think of. Then you now have to think of like how do I now like get these products across to people who needs it. And after that, how do I scale up? How do I scale up and do this thing like in large quantity of like okay, how do I make profit? How do I scale up to even like too much more my startup and not remain a startup? Because the goal of every startup is to scale up and become a large business. So I think those are some of the challenges that a startup will face. That's why it's a startup, and it's the startup that overcomes the challenges that becomes a big business. I mean, I think that's just the basic way of like answering that question.
Okay, thank you very much for the questions. For the answer to the question, I really appreciate. So, in the absence of any other questions, I think we can call it a night at this junction. We really appreciate your time and effort into the effort you put into explaining the concepts tonight. I'm sure we have all learned one or two things on how to go about entrepreneurship as a medical student. If in case you might have questions later on, you can get the contact of Okikiola Saka through A Medics CEO later on. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here tonight, and we really appreciate your time as well.
Thank you for having me.
Good night, everyone. You're welcome, sir. And there'll be recording available. The recordings of the webinar will be available on the YouTube channel in case anyone misses yesterday's event. By and large, we'll call it a day here. Good night, everyone.